Buen camino!
Buen camino! Hola, buenos dias! Welcome to day 11 from the Camino. Getting a late start today. I camped out in front of the cell phone store until it opened so I could get a data plan SIM card and be operational from the Camino. Success! Anyway, looking forward to a beautiful day. I have no idea where I'm going, what city, or how far. All I know is going to be a beautiful day and I'm going to enjoy it fully. You're coming with me. This morning I was having breakfast with two pilgrims, two guys from Northern Europe. And they were having a typical breakfast, coffee and bread. And I was making my green smoothie and telling them that these breakfasts here, they're not nutrient. We need protein and slow burning carbs and not all this bread and coffee. And they said, listen here, California, we conquered the world on bread and coffee. We laughed so hard. Did you know that during the medieval times, pilgrims were very protected and it was punishable by death if you were to harm a pilgrim? And fascinating now, it's the older generations that are so kind, always helpful, and it makes me wonder how many times they've walked the Camino. It doesn't seem like the younger generation has any interest. Like I said earlier, I'm a ghost. They don't even notice me. No interest in the Camino. Very much into their phones, night clubbing. Completely different dynamic now. Really blessed right now with gorgeous weather. It's the allergies though I'm suffering through. I have allergy pills, I don't like to take them. They either dry me out or put me to sleep. And that reminds me of a funny story. Last year, walking the Camino, one of my favorite pilgrims ever was this girl from Australia. And I get this funny message from her one day on the Camino. I had gone ahead. She said, Amie, something stung me on the face. And, little river, pass over. Keep the phone safe. And I had this allergic reaction and I had to literally open my eyes as I was walking on the Camino to keep them open because they were swelling shut because of this reaction. And she walking, holding my eyes open. And finally I said I just had to take a pill. So she took a pill and it put her to sleep. And she literally was falling asleep walking, walked into the first albergue and said, bed please, lay down, out. I don't want that to happen to me. Break time for the peregrinos. We're having some orange juice, jamon, and croissants. Only 10 kilometers in, and I think I've got a long way to go still. You get to hear some really interesting stories here on the Camino if you're open. And yesterday I heard a really great one. The Camino is therapy. You could save so much money and, therapists by walking the Camino. James Bond, the pilgrim that I've been traveling with during this Camino experience, he told me this funny story about last year when he was walking the Camino from Saint Jean and how this mother took her two daughters, 21 and 23, who were always fighting each other. Just absolute horrible relationship. The mom was so smart. She took the daughters to the Camino. She went over the Pyrenees, so she stopped in Roncesvalles with them and said, now you two walk to Santiago together. Work it out. Well, James Bond's telling me this story. He ends up in Santiago and sees these girls again, the sisters, and they're, oh, everything's worked out. They love each other. The Mom was so smart. The Camino, good therapy. You know what time it is? Ice cream time. Helado Blanco. Just had a nice chat with this vendor on the side of the road who sold me my beloved ice cream treat. Apparently I have 7 more kilometers to go and it's hot. He was complimenting me on my Spanish and I haven't really thought about it. I speak it without thinking now, unless there's like a word or two that I really have to think about. I think in Spanish, I dream in Spanish, and it's just getting easier. But it was nice to get that compliment. Wow! Oh yeah, I made it. Another stage completed. Beautiful day. Very friendly albergue hosts. They said I could put my feet in the water here. It feels so good. Nice and cold. And it would have been a completely different dynamic if it was the weather that I thought we were gonna have here, which is cold and rainy. That's what I prepared for, but it has been nothing but stunning, gorgeous sunshine days. What a true blessing. Bye, Camino.